before I dive right into, before we continue the video, I got to tell you guys something. If you want to be part of the family personally, you want to message me directly, you have to go to the link in the description. Any link you want to use to reach me out is all in the description. You have to go there, hit me up. We're going to vibe. I'm 247 online. My contact is there. My Twitter, Instagram, and Telegram channel for the family is all provided in the link in the description. You want to know how to make money in cryptocurrencies, in bonds, in indices, in foreign exchange, and all of that stuff. Just go to the link in the description. I'm gonna hook you up. We're all about that growth, financial growth. So what you guys needed is finally here, and all you gotta do is like, share, subscribe. I keep the energy going, man. As we all know, I'm still your host, effectively the casino owner, straight out from the Otis Club. On today's episode, I would like to drop a very, 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 very valid content. But before I proceed, I would like to thank a very good supporter and subscriber of this channel, and it goes by the name Classic. Although when he comments on any channel, he goes by the name Abdul Mook something. I'll post one of his comments here. So today he hit me up on my WhatsApp. Like I told you guys, you want to hit me up, go on the link in the description, any link, you see my WhatsApp number, every other thing. So he hit me up on my WhatsApp contact and he told me about. He shared a link on Twitter. The story goes like this. So when I click the link on Twitter and I saw the post goes like this. It's a guy telling his story on how he grew up with a wooden spoon, not a silver spoon, definitely. Grew up with a wooden spoon where his family were struggling to survive. His dad, didn't have so much money. As a matter of fact, his father married at the age of 40. As a matter of fact, his father married at the age of 49, and they have been struggling to live. So when they give birth to him, it's like firstborn. So stuff. When he was 27, his father was craving to have a grandson, a grandchild, and what have you. So all the burden was on him to provide one. So as a man which he is, he quickly started making ends meet, had his own money, became independent, started, dating a girl, and at the end of the day, he married the girl. And his family also respected this girl. Everybody was showing this girl love. Everybody loved her. Then, because they thought she was a girl of honor, they honored her actually. They didn't just love her; they honored her. So fast forward to when they were inside the marriage, he gave birth to 2 kids. He never had a doubt that this girl would cheat on him or anything like that. So fast forward to later on, he went to a bar where he decided to go on a trip with his wife, and he went to this bar. When he got to the bar, he found out the waiter thanked him for a big tip after they had a very good dinner or lunch or what have you. So the waiter thanked him for the very big tip, and the waiter also told him to use a condom when fucking this girl. So he was wondering that, why would a waiter tell me that? So he was really confused. He wanted to share that same story with his wife, that, baby, see what this waiter told me. What do you tell him? Maybe he thinks that we're about to do just a one night stand and all that. So he wanted to share it with his wife and was like laughing about it. So he said before he shares it with his wife, let me call his buddy. That's his friend. He's very good. He's very good old time friend. So he called his friend, and his friend told him, "Oh, come on, bro, don't share with your wife yet. Go back to that location and investigate on the issue." So he went back to the location when his wife wasn't knowing. No, he went back when they got back home. He went back to the location, located the waiter. The waiter was not around. It was like an angel. When you go back to the scenario, you don't see the guy there. You're finding, like one of those mysterious movies we watch. So one thing led to another, and he had to move on. So he started suspecting his wife. He said never had any thought of suspicion in the past. So he started suspecting his wife, and he started trying to investigate, searching on WhatsApp and WhatsApp, different social media platforms where she's available on. And it turned out that he was so tired of investigating, and he just confronted his wife straight up. This is a time after he had 2 kids, that's 2 children, right? And what happened at the end of the day, the wife had to confess, because he had never suspected her in the past. So she confessed that it's just with random guys. She doesn't love them, this and that, stuff. And the guy was like, okay, I forgive you. It should never happen again. He now told his old time buddy about the interrogation, and the old time buddy told him you should go and do a DNA test of his 2 kids and find out if he's really the original father of them. So what did this guy do? This guy did as he was told. He went to get the DNA test for the firstborn, and found out that the first child is not his child. He did the same DNA test for the second child and found out that the second child also is not his child. Story is getting really interesting here. I know this he was so afraid to tell this woman because this woman said that she was feeling remorseful, begging him every day, and she told him it was never happen again, that was a past, this and that, yada yada yada. Then after the whole DNA stuff, he was scared to tell his wife, and it's so fucked up, you know. So this woman, he was finding this hard to tell his wife because she said something like the kids are not his, then she's gonna die, you know, victimizing herself and all that. So this guy found it hard to tell his wife. So he kept it to himself, and later, I told the family, told the wife, because of that, his father had stroke. At the end of the day, I don't know if he lost his father or not, but you guys can read it up. So after he told his wife that the kids are not his, this guy didn't drive the wife out of his house. When he came back one day, he met a letter in his house which says, "We don't deserve you, baby. We are going." So basically, the wife and the two kids left his house. Uh, I don't know what you guys have to say about this, but you have to drop your comments in the comment section. If you think this guy, if you feel sorry for this guy, put it in the comment section. If you don't feel sorry for him, in the comment section. But personally, I think I feel sorry for him because this is it. Let me tell you this. A lot of people, a lot of men are living in the dark. You feel me? A lot of men are living in the dark. When most of these men, you bring them to the light and they decide to go back to the dark because it's hard to stay in the light. It's just like one of these Egyptian stories I was reading on. When they kidnap slaves, they lock them in their cells and keep them there and keep showing them shadows of the fake reality. And these people want to just stay in that bondage because they feel the outside world is bad based on what the fake reality they have been painting to them. Now, when they try to rebel out of that bondage, other people will stop them because they love that reality they are seeing. Meanwhile, the reality is not all chaos outside. We have good living out there. We have a lot of good things out there. But they do these things to keep slaves in that. They do these things to keep slaves in that state of status quo, accepting your status quo. So this guy, I'll pity you because I feel that you don't know my channel. I'll feel that you don't know how to become an alpha. I'll feel, so I dropped a comment on Twitter backing up the post, and this was the comment. That was the comment down there, guys. Rule 277 is to be an alpha says never be at the losing end of a relationship. This is the very solid rule backing up this statement, which says, and if you read the guy's post very well, you find out that this guy also sponsors the girl's family since he married the girl. He sponsors her family, her two sisters, her mom, and everybody. Now that he broke up, he will not just he did now that he trusted the girl so much, he didn't just lose his father, he also lost his job, he also lost his family. I want to tell you guys something. Never trust anything that is outside your reach. You understand me? Recently I lost my mom. It pained me to my bone. Like till now, when I think of it, it pains me. But when I realized that there's as long as it's not within your reach, you can't control it. Death is inevitable. So if you cry, it's just like crying over rain. Rain is a disaster. To keep falling, there's nothing you can do about it. I advise you guys to go and read Stoicism and other books like Rational Male, Outwitting the Devil, Think and Grow Rich. These books will help you to build your mind. It will help you to build your mentality on how to handle situations. It will also help you to build your life. This guy now has simped so much, has been a simp so much that he calls this woman his world. Nobody deserves that word. That word. When you refer to someone as your world, it tells it all. It's not just for him to alter. This is something about simps. Before they alter the word, they are showing it in action. Women don't want comfort. Nobody wants to be comfortable. Even when we're comfortable, we struggle. We are like, now it's just like being wealthy. You still get depressed. Meanwhile, when you were broke, you always wanted to be wealthy. It's just like when you are broke, you feel worse because you want to be wealthy. It's just like when you are struggling, you feel worse because the struggle doesn't end. Now, this is it. as human beings, we never want to be comfortable. In as much as we cherish comfortability, we never want to be comfortable. Because sometimes you want the weather to be cold, and then you pray for heat, and then you pray for cold. It just keeps switching. This is the same thing that applies to the female nature. They hate it when it's calm. Women love mysteries. They love mystery. They love a mysterious man. But when you show her she's your world, and you cherish and worship and pedestal her so much to the level of a god, she's going to ruin you. She's going to mess you up, because she knows that she's a god in your life. She's looking for a man that will challenge her. We are looking for people that will challenge us, especially women. She's looking for a man that will challenge her. She's looking for a man that will make her God's watery every day. She's looking for a man that will put her in the mud, and the first time or the one time that he cherishes her, she takes it precious. People hate when you give everything extra to them. You give them tip bit by bit. This guy is so much taking this woman like his world, like his everything, like a girl that a girl that is worth living and dying for. So he also presented the same image to his family, and this family treated this girl this same way. This is only painting a picture that he has so much sympathy for the girl that he treats her like a god. Therefore, she owns his life. And like life will have it, he lost everything because of her. I must tell you guys something. You can't trust anyone. No one. I mean, no fucking one. My mom used to tell me something. She used to say, trust anything in this life, but not women. This is a woman that was a stay-at-home woman. She loved staying at home. As a matter of fact, she cherishes being a housewife. She loves it so much because she said, a woman builds the home, a man builds the house. A man will be the provider, and a woman will maintain the production. You can't share it. Feminism is devilish. That's what she used to say. And she had a successful marriage. Yes. So when I tell you about when now I'm telling you guys about on how to be an alpha, because my dad was an alpha, that's why my mom succumbed to everything. So the same thing with this guy. Never put anybody on a pedestal, because they will always disappoint you. Why? Because they will take it for granted. Note, I've dropped a video before on how being loved and being feared, the differences. When you are being loved, people take you for granted. Take Jesus Christ, for example. Let's leave that story and think it's a mythology. Let's take in your family, who is being loved more, who is taken for granted more, who is being feared, and who is respected. When you apply fear, fear paints mystery, and mystery makes people attracted to you, especially women. So when you pedestal a woman so much in this form, referring to her as your world, referring to her as everything, I mean, I started noticing where this guy was a simp each time in the way on how he pedestals the woman. Apart from that, when the woman said, "Baby, we are gone, we don't deserve you," that says a fucking lot about men of these days. Ask me how. You will see a man having a best friend woman, a female best friend, right? This female will break up with her first boyfriend, break up with the second boyfriend, break up with the third boyfriend, break up with the fourth boyfriend, and still have this same bestie all through these phases. After each breakup, every girl always needs a companion to cry on, to talk about her sorrows on, to comfort her, to make her not feel rejected because she was rejected by this boyfriend, or she rejected the boyfriend. She needs someone to lie on. Every woman always have a man in her life who is ready to waste his fucking time. Now this is it. When she has the best friend, now notice that the exact same. It's as if these girls call themselves like, okay, I'm about to say this word. I just broke up with my boyfriend. I'm about to say this to my bestie. When they have a bestie, there's this exact phrase they talk about. They say, "Hey bestie, why can't I find a man like you out there? Hey bitch, come on. I'm me. I'm out here. Find me, use me, take me." That's what you guys will be thinking in your mind. But she don't want you, bro. You're too weak. You pedestal her too much. She can't look down no more. You have lifted her so high, above your God, that she can't even look down to you. If she tries to look down, she sees the top of your head. How the fuck do you want to be attracted to her? You don't challenge her. When she tells you about an argument between her and her boyfriend, what do? You try to show her every form on how she's right. This is something about Sims. They not just Sims, better males. They are always at the catching end of every girl. Come on, after your lover, I'm here waiting. I pray you pick me. Come on, after your lover, I'm here waiting. I'm your best friend. I pray you pick me. Come on, after your lover, I'm here waiting. And you'll be there after 10 boyfriends. You're still there waiting. That is not how it's done, guys. That is not how it's done. This girl said, "Baby, we don't deserve you." Meaning she already had a plan B if everything goes south. That's why she left your house immediately. Now the baby, we don't deserve you. It sounds familiar. I've never been told that though. Okay, maybe in my elementary days. But baby will deserve you means the same sentence that your best friend will tell you. The girl best friend. When you ask her, come on, you're broken up with your boyfriend. Why don't you work? Or like she's like, I wish guys out there are like you. I'm here, I'm out there. Why can't you pick me? It's the same phrase just to keep you around, bro. It's just to keep you around. And the moment you tell her off, the moment you tell you, see, to be an alpha, don't have a best friend female. Don't have a female best friend. To be an alpha, don't have a female best friend. Except she's at your. If I, you guys use this to ride yourself, don't have a female best friend. If she's not your fuck companion, if she's not on your role list, on your fuck role list, don't put her on the list at all. She must either be productive or consumptive. You have to, if she's not producing for you, then you must be consuming her. One of these two is not happening. Get the fuck out. I don't need you in my life. Because you guys, men are the reason for men's problem. You go there, you lie like a footmat. She climbs you, uses you, and walks away. Bro, I don't mean to insult you in any way, but the advice I'll give you right now is learn from your mistake. Be a man now. You have lost a lot because of a woman. My twin brother used to tell me he will never get married, and I see every point with him. As a matter of fact, I was once in his shoes. You feel me? When you have that mindset, nothing will ever ride you. But when you have the mindset of I'm dating a girl, we're going to marry soon, and you start stalling her for no reasons, it's messed up. Now you'll be wondering, okay, sir, you have spoken so much words. How do we become alphas? How do we be an alpha? I want to tell you something. There is no kind of speech you should talk. There's no kind of way you should talk that will make you be an alpha. For example, I'll tell you here, when you want to approach a girl, it's very obvious you deepen your voice and you speak, hey baby, with authority. No, fuck all that. You don't have to get this. You try to learn the steps on how to be an alpha will ruin your work. What you should learn is the formula on how to be an alpha. And how do you learn this formula? By reading the book of Stoicism, by reading the book of the Rational Male, by reading the book of Outwitting the Devil, by reading the book of Think and Grow Rich. These four books will help you on how to be an alpha. Every other book is like just like the book I'm reading now, The Superior Man. It's like a repetition of what you have heard before in those four books. I must tell you, see, being an alpha is sacrificial. It's just like I told you about the Egypt stuff about how men try to fight to be free out of bondage, and some men even try to kill the rebels just to remain in that bondage because they're comfortable in the bondage. Being an alpha is one of the hardest things you can ever come across. Because it takes a lot of emotionlessness to try to sacrifice that. You can't pedestal anybody. You pedestal means that they will love you, and when someone loves you like that, they take you for granted. You don't need women's love. What you need is them being attracted to you because of your mysteries. They love mysterious things. They love a man that is like a jungle over. They love a man that is like a roller coaster. What's the next move is pulling up? What they love mixed signals, bro. A lot of things these guys said that showed how much is a simp. I mean, from his diction, you can watch how much he pedestaled the girl, and he painted that same picture to his family, and he also pedestaled her. That made her love him so much and took him for granted. You get it? Now, not just that. Notice how she left and wrote, "Baby, we don't deserve it." That also painted so much, and she took. We don't deserve. Do you get the message? She took him for granted. You guys say, what is the girl supposed to do after that kind of other that kind of embarrassment? It's the introduction that was fucked up. But you need to understand something, guys. The only things you can control are the things within your reach. Your mind, what you put in your mind, how you look at the world, what you put in your mouth, what you bring out of your mouth, your utterances. Those are the things you can control. Anything beyond these things, you can't control. The weather you can't control. The life of your neighbor you can't control. The life of your bedmate, your roommate, you can't control. So don't think you can trust anybody outside yourself. You can't even trust yourself. You can believe in yourself. You can't trust yourself. Many of us will say we'll do this, but we won't do that. Many of us will say we won't do this, but we'll do that. In as much as I'm alpha, I still sing sometimes. And guess what? I slap myself back to reality. That's what you should do. Never give in to bullshit. It's not worth it. Never. We all know about the story of John. We all know about the story of Johnny Depp and Will Smith. We all know how they had everything, right? They had the money, they had the wealth, they had the status, they had the looks, and at the end of the day, their women still treated them like trash. I'm very sure we all know about that, and we know about a lot of stories of really really attractive men that ended up messing, being a jerk to their relationship because the women were not satisfied. I want to tell you something. This guy, this Twitter guy, did everything possible to make the girl happy, right? He did everything, paid her bills, paid her younger sister's bills, did everything possible just so he did everything possible just to make his relationship work, like, right? That's what every other person out there would think, that okay, I think that okay, why she's cheating is because he was not paying her dues. He was not paying her dues well. Maybe he was not giving her enough money, or he was not giving her siblings enough money. He was not paying her enough attention. I mean, this guy said he was working 3 to 4 hours per day, and sometimes 2 hours. Right? He was not giving enough time. It's obvious that this guy gave enough of his fucking time to the girl. But it's not about that at all. It is more about fun. I must tell you, you can give a girl the world, and she'll still end up leaving you. You can pay her as much attention and still end up giving up on you. She'll still end up leaving you. She'll still end up breaking your heart. I mean, we see a lot of stories out there. Now you'll be wondering, okay, what will we give the girls that will make them stay with you? I keep telling you, first things first. You need to understand that you can't control anything outside your needs. You can't control anything outside your body, right? I can control what I take and I can control what I take. I can control my steps. I can control my actions, but I can't control the repercussion. I can't control if I step out of this gate now. I don't know, something bad may happen. I can't control that. You feel me? So I can't control that. You feel me? So what you can control is just yourself. You need to understand that. So no matter what you give to the world, you can't control the world. It is just yourself you can control. That is what I'm here to tell you. Number one. Then number two, I also need to tell you that always know how to play safe. So I'm a forex trader, I'm a crypto trader, right? So I always know how to play safe. If I want to invest in you, if I want to invest my time in the girl, if I want to invest my time in someone, I always know how to play safe. And when I say play safe, let me tell you what I mean by play safe. I mean like um I don't need to give up my source of income because of you. I don't need to pay more attention to you and pay less attention to my source of income, right? I don't need to pay I don't need to overdo things that I will regret at the end. You must not do things that you regret at the end in any relationship. That's why Rule 277 to being alpha backs up this uh this content so much, because it says never be at the losing end of relationship. If you think, okay, I bought her this car, she can't leave me. I took a loan to buy this car, she can't leave me. She'll still leave you, bro. The car doesn't tie her down. Do you want to put her in bondage? Imagine that's your daughter, bro. Do you want to put her in bondage? No, you don't give her enough happiness. She will leave you alone. Now, what do girls consider as happiness? If you ask me, I'll tell you, girls consider happiness. Happiness is mysterious. If you're mysterious to a girl, you give her attention, but you don't make it too much that she takes it for granted. She'll be attracted to you. You don't need to overdo. Just do things within your niche. She will always be with you. Now, this is something, right? And I have a video to back this up. No matter what you do to a girl, if she's not interested in you, she's not interested in you. You feel me? But one thing you need to know, if you are not alpha, you need to first be alpha. Then when you're alpha, every other thing can fall in place. You have countless girls crushing on you, and while you are being an alpha, you need to take the advice, and that's the way it is. This girl has so much seen you as a best, and you thought that's a way to make her your wife. That is not a way, bro. That is not a way. That is just a way to keep you around and to show you compensation for your loyalty. She had to date you in case she goes out of the market. As in case she goes out of the market, she's still going to hold, bro. She's still going to hold. She's not attracted to you. Bullshit you're talking about. You feel me? So first, you need to be an alpha. Secondly, you need to know how to play safe so that you don't fall into his trap. Thirdly, you need to learn on how not to trust people. No matter how much someone plays the game of trust, making you trust them, that's the more it shows you the more on why you should not trust them. After that, the third, you need to choose the girls that are choosing you, not the ones that you have to force to choose. Fuck all that shit, bro. You're out here to make your money. You're out here to make your style. You're out here to leave a legacy for your younger motherfuckers, for the world. So how would you be trading all that to please a bitch? Fuck all that shit, bro. Get your shit up. I like what you guys are doing. The love you're showing me. Like, share, subscribe. Stay blessed. Stay tuned. More bullshit coming up.